Welcome to episode 22 of Let's Play Civilization 3 Play the World. Alright, our two wars continue as we have two main objectives right now. First is to capture Nagasaki, as you can see there. The other objective is, of course, to regain New Delhi, which the Germans seized during video 20, in which we were unable to take back in video 21. However, we have a lot of troops in position for both operations, and we will see how this goes. So you can see I'm moving my workers into place to build more roads to connect up the different parts of these new cities. A lot of my workers are going to have to be taken away from their current jobs by hand to work on building some new roads throughout the conquered areas, because the Japanese really did a poor job of connecting up their cities with roads, which led to the resources not being shared around. I mean, they had saltpeter and they had iron, but those were not spread around their entire empire, so that significantly weakened them from being able to defend against us. Now, one other country I want to make an embassy with is the Mongols. I didn't make an embassy with them before, and I have the feeling, since I have to cross through Mongol territory anyway to get to that Japanese city up there in the north, I might have to sign a rite of passage treaty. And the Mongols don't seem too strong. I mean, they're maybe a tad stronger than the Japanese were, but I'm not very worried about them. So, by the way, I think this is kind of silly. They do this a lot. Japan signed an alliance with Korea against Germany. So, even now, while the Japanese are in a fight for their life against us, they're also going to be at war with the Germans. And what's even more foolish, they might actually send a couple troops via caravel to Germany to fight. So, very odd things in this world. So, we'll just fight and get rid of him. Took a surprising amount of damage, but we will get rid of this guy. It's not so skippy as it once was, which is nice. And you can see they've rebuilt musketmen. So I'm leaving behind a pikeman and my injured war elephant as the sole guardians of the city, which has now been reduced to only one citizen, and bring all these guys up to attack. Now cause these guys to start building roads. And now for our attack on Tokyo, another goal of ours. Now these guys are every bit as tough as musketmen on defense, so we're going to have to really bring our muscle to bear on these people. Well, I got him. So let's return to our city and launch another attack. And as you can see, things are going well for us. Now there's only one longbowman in there. As we attack, get rid of him, and the city is ours. So now you can see we're gaining some territory on the eastern coast of our continent. So no longer will we just have coastline on the big sea, but we're also going to have coastline there as well. So I'm going to bring all the war elephants that I can into that city to quell the resistance. And as you can see, we're probably going to have to fight off those longbowmen. Of course, the eventual goal is the conquest of the capital. That's going to have to wait just a little bit. Well, here comes our attack to get New Delhi back. And it turns out the city is only defended by almost dead knights. As you can see, the Celts were interested in taking that city for themselves. There wouldn't have been a damn thing I could do about it, short of declaring war on the Celts themselves. But I gained my city back. How wonderful. Now, as you notice, when your city is taken, they destroy every cultural improvement, so the temple is gone. Now, there's a lot of rebuilding the city has to do. First, I'm going to have to rebuild the temple. Then I'm going to build an aqueduct, and then a harbor. But at least the city is back in my hands. And with all the soldiers I have, and the Celts have, and the Indians have, I don't think that there's a chance that the Germans are going to be coming back. Although I might still send a few troops out to Germany just to see what's going on in a bit. You never know. I might be able to snag a new resource. So, get this annoying guy out of the way. We don't want him lurking around causing trouble. And now that taken out of the way, we can concentrate solely on our war efforts against the Japanese. Move these guys in. And as you can see, our country is getting bigger. We might even be the biggest now in land area, but I'll have to check this population stats in a bit soon. But once we get the Japanese, I'm almost certain that we'll be the biggest. So, that's going to be something to look forward to, is the expansion of our empire. And as you can see, the Celts are taking their troops away and sending them on the beginning of a journey towards their invasion of the Germans. Now I discover military tradition, which is going to set me up to build cavalry. But before I do that, I have to connect up my cities, which is going to be a very important thing. Now we build our palace, and these nice gleaming columns we will add. Alright, and now the attack begins. This will be tough. Can we do it? We're probably going to lose several soldiers in this, but at least we have the retreat ability with our war elephants. Alright, send that guy after him. No effect. Send the next guy after him. And he's dead. And yes, we have Nagasaki. And now we control that resource of saltpeter. We can now build musketmen and cavalry. Of course, we have to connect a road there, which will go by some still pretty hostile territory, so we're going to have to be extra careful about that corridor. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you'll join us on part 23 coming up.